Cryptoslo, cryptocurrency news and investing.
Cryptoslo, more crypto gains. What's going on, guys? So I've been bugged half to death by people. Slow, when you doing a Zen update video? Well, I'll keep it short and sweet. You'll notice that, I'm not on the live streams. I'm not involved in the FUD. I'm not all in the mix of this stuff. But nothing's changed for me. I still focus on max mints. My conviction has not changed. It's hero or zero. And basically, we are still in the accumulation phase. And this sounds like a crazy game because when you look at the chart, it's horrendous. It's absolutely horrible. $30 million market cap. Any shitcoin that launches is higher than Zen. But couple things. Number one, it is likely that the mining of Zen is probably much, much further than what you think it is, because simply the cost of production is so high, and then you have the time factor that there's probably not a lot of new Zen being minted. Okay, number one. Even when we dip down into 10, 11 Gui, it's still expensive. And I'll talk about that a little later in the video. So, what is my strategy? Well, number one, I haven't been minting. I haven't minted in forever, okay? Just because it's prohibitive and there's better options. So, looking at all the charts, like I said, it's pretty abysmal. I do have bags on other chains, Binance Smart Chain, Polygon, and Avalanche. Do I really think that they're going to do anything? Yeah, not really. I mean, I did not go anywhere near as hard as I did as on the Ethereum side. So, and then I'm hearing a lot of people saying, it's not profitable to claim my mints. Listen, you have to be strategic, okay? If you are patient and, especially if it's towards the weekend, you have kind of like a 3-day grace period to claim, okay? Like right now. Right now is a perfect time to claim. That'd probably be, I don't know, $350 claim to get 1400 to 1500 in Zen. Okay, so if you're not using ultrasound money, go over there and look at it. And as you can see, ETH gas is cyclical, and it always goes down. Okay, it always goes down. The people get exhausted, and it always goes down. And you can change the time frames on this, and you can see it always goes down. So when you do your claims, number one, adjust it. Make it more towards the, I'm trying not to claim anything over like 21. Okay, most of my claims, let's see, most of my claims have been pretty cheap. So now that gets to the next point of this video. Am I making a profit when I claim? Well, most of my early mints were for $1,100 to $1,200, and then I have a claim of around $400. So that's $1,400 to $1,500. So what does that mean? That means that my cost of production exactly 1 year later exactly equals the market price. Okay. Now, and as far as the efficiency of systems, that makes sense. It makes sense that Zen is where it is, that the price is where it is, because the first year and two is super hyperinflationary. And actually, year two, maybe not so much because nobody's going to mint. Okay, so that's a key takeaway. So, are there cracks in the matrix for people that don't have conviction? And the answer to that is yes, because if you've been watching Blur, okay, you'll see that, let's see, those are dead mints. So here's an example. July 20th, 2024. This is a very, if you don't take anything away from this video, take this one thing. In that, remember, Zen is a product of time and money, okay? So it takes time, well, time and capital. So the time thing, typically you can't shortcut, okay? The capital thing is pretty consistent. We know. And I made a prediction video a long time ago on Zen that the bottom was like 6 zeros and a 3. So no matter what, Zen will probably bounce off of this bottom, okay? And the weak hands are going to get shook out. But here's the important fact. This person is giving up 6 months of their time. They're listing July, I'm seeing June and July centurions, okay? You're shortcutting the time versus capital by 6 months. So this, in my opinion, because we know anything over a week in crypto is a crypternity, this is shortcutting the process. This person is giving up 6 months of their time invested. And you kind of got to think of Zen as like a CD. You put the money in, you let it sit, and you hopefully gain some interest over the time. So, what is my strategy? What have I been doing? I'll tell you what I've been doing. If I have $1,500 in the cost of production and it yields 4 billion coins, it's probably more like 3 billion now, okay? That is a set factor. I already have that money in. So what have I been doing? I'll tell you what I've been doing. I've been selling my mints, okay? I've had about, I don't know, 10 mints come due. And what do? I sell them. I take the 1,500 and then guess what I do? I buy 2 centurions, okay? Where the person has given up 6 months of time. And now instead of 1, I have 2. And then people are like, well, you have to still claim it. Well, keep in mind, if I'm claiming for 400 and it produces 14 to 1,500, that means that if I sell 1, I could actually claim 3. So basically what I'm doing is, again, I'm still in accumulation mode. This is like my secret strategy. I shouldn't even be putting this out there because, because other people will get hip to this. And that is that we're still in the accumulation phase, and I turn my 1 centurion into 2 centurions. So now from my cost of production, I have 7 or 8 billion Zen. Okay, and like I said, if you have to sell 1 to claim 4, just keep that in mind. So when I get the 2, my next mint comes in, I can sell with that, and then I can claim the next 4 off of that 1, or 3 actually. So what does this do? This allows me to continue to gobble up the Zen. And that is my strategy. So I'm not minting. I'm selling right now because it makes sense. And I'm getting 2 for 1, basically. And I'm rolling it down the street. And like I said, this person's giving up 6 months of their time, energy in holding this. And then they're passing it off to me. And I'm sure there'll be a lot of other people that, they can't afford the gas. But think of it as kind of like a perpetual hamster wheel that once you get it going, it just keeps going. Now, the question, are you in profit? And the answer to that is yes, I am in profit. Because I'm still at about 2x-ish, a little less than 2x. But again, the strategy is accumulation, because when all these dry up, there's a crap load of them. Okay, when all these dry up, there's not going to be any more Zen, and then we'll find price action. Because Zen, now a lot of people say, well, it'll find price action when X1 comes out. And that's quite possible. Like I said, I'm very patient. The reality is highly distributed tokens, especially like in the essence of Zen, the worth, the value is in the network and adoption, and the fact that Zen is probably in so many people's wallets, or to some extent. Now, many will sell and forget about it, and then they'll come back to it and FOMO into it later. And that's just how it works. But cryptos like this, if you don't fumble the bag, could take 2 to 3 years to manifest a profit. And that's why I've said I've targeted 2025 with my Zen bags, and that is my focus, because my focus at the end of the day, and if this tactic dries up, you have to think of market cap. I am not selling this Zen until I see this like at $1 billion market cap. Okay. So, this billion times 30, let's see, what is that? Billy divided by 30. Milli, 33x. Now, depending on how much money you have in there, let's say you have 50 grand in there. Let's see. Whoops. So 50K times the 33x. It's $1.6 million. Okay. So, and that's at $1 billion market cap, which we have meme coins hitting $1 billion market cap. But the question is, are you patient enough? Now, Zen might not do anything. It's possible. It's not, in my opinion, I don't think it's probable, not financial advice. And don't overinvest ever, and be diversified. This is just one of my plays. Many, many plays for the bull market. But, I stand by the fact that I see the market right now as kind of like a bucket swooshing around, and it's the same money getting recycled over and over. So it's kind of PvP. That's just how it is. Now, that really that's about it. Nothing's changed. And again, I don't need to be in chats fudding or this or that. I believe that Jack is a very smart man, and it may appear that some of this stuff is not planned out, but I'm sure he's planning many, many steps ahead, as any creator would. So, with that being said, like, subscribe, and as always, this is Cryptoslo. If you're not talking gains, then we're not talking.